برونجا
Be interested to see how they go about their innings now, the Paktia Panthers. They've lost their captain, their leader. He normally gets them off to a flyer. And he got them off to a fast start, but he's perished now. How do they go about playing the balance of this power play and as well as the rest of this innings? There's still plenty to come. But he knows there was an opportunity out there. Good surface. He was seeing it big. He desperately would have liked to capitalise. And that short, pulled away, and should be another boundary. Trying to test him. Short one, and not only has it gone for 4, it's a no ball, so it'll be a free hit. Oh, this is not the end of the over that Naveed wanted. Heads go down in the field. It was a decent over, and that's miles over. That's not close. That's an easy call for the umpire. That's a foot over. Unbelievable that you can keep your foot behind the line for all the other deliveries. In that occasion, from nowhere, he's overstepped by a long, long way.
Yeah, till then it was such a good over because he got that big wicket as well. He was bowling well. But then a big no ball and a free hit. Zazai is going to be on strike as well. Going for the big one. Does well. Maximum. Fog maximum to end the over. Taken toll on the free hit. 39 for 1.
أي سعر بتحب تدفع لغرفتك اليوم؟ 120 100 ولا 89؟ نفس الأوتيل نفس الإقامة بس الأسعار مختلفة. الاختيار بإيدك. صعب تلاقي أوتيل يسألك هيك سؤال صح؟ بس هاي هي مهمة تريفاغو. بيقدر تريفاغو يعرض لك السعر المتوفر إذا حجزت عن طريق الأوتيل مباشرة، بالإضافة إلى الأسعار المختلفة من مئات المواقع والتطبيقات من حول العالم. تريفاغو بس بقارن، القرار قرارك. أوتيل تريفاغو.
For 1. What an expensive end to the over. 17 from it. It was looking so good. Then he bowls a no ball that goes for 4. And his follow-up one, well, it was in the slot. And clouted over mid-on for maximum. Suddenly at 39 for 1, they are flying again, the Panthers. Well, that's a slow ball. It's up in the air. Should be out. He's getting underneath it. Takes it. Really good judgment. Really good catch by Brendan McCullum. It was in the air for a long, long time. He had plenty of ground to make, running backwards. And plenty of time to set himself and plenty of time to think about it as well. But in the end, he makes a very, very...
He's such a good fielder. Brendan McCullum pedaling back, never easy. Making it look so easy. It was high up in the air. Not timing it too well, just chipping it. Went high up in the air under lights, but just see Brendan McCullum. Absolutely brilliant on the field. Pedaling back, takes a beauty going over the shoulder. Brilliant take from him. And Shahzad is delighted. They lose the second wicket here. The Paktia Jannat out for 1 is 39 for 2.
The heavily tattooed Cameron Delport to the crease. He's got big guns as well. He's a big unit. And he can hit a long ball. And he comes in with a side. 39 for 2. Run rate not an issue, but they've lost 2 wickets.
Standing on the field, backpedaling, and takes over beauty there.
With that wicket, Shahzad becomes the highest wicket taker in the tournament as well. Testament to how well he has bowled. And was a really good change of pace, not picked. And there's confirmation of that fact. 13 for Syed Shahzad. Suru Udana a close second, along with Gulbuddin Naib and Mujibur Rahman. Ben Cutting taken 10 wickets. Scored some important runs as well. Has been outstanding for the Kandahar Leopards. Is it enough? Have they got enough points, the Kandahar Leopards, on 6 to get themselves in the semi-final? Or do the men on screen, the Kandahar Knights, have it in them to win the next 2 games and steal it from them right at the death?
I tell you what, it's been a mixed bag for them because Mohammad Shahzad, the way he started, it was looking like they're going to get a big score. They've come back well. They've picked up 2 wickets. You never know. They know it's going to be a must-win game for them this evening, tomorrow as well. And you mentioned about the top wicket takers there. It's a very close fight because remember, Udana will be taking the field this evening as well. Later today, he's on 12 wickets, but this man has done the job. He's really bowled well. He's been very impressive. Change of pace, the Yorkers. Delport on strike now. Just clipping. Does well there. Ricky Williams. Whistles. Beg your pardon.
Yeah, does well to get a glove and parry it. Saved a boundary there, Ricky Whistles. One for 15 so far, Shahzad. You have to think that he's going to bowl this over and then come back at the end and either bowl 2 at the end, or sometimes Afghan has used him in sort of the 14th, 15th over if they're in a decent position to try and cement a good position. So good, that slower ball really is tough to pick. That's the end of the over, I think, or is it? No, 1 to go. I can't count. So wicket off the first delivery and then just the 4 runs conceded. So after the previous over, this is a great comeback. 17 off that last over from Naveed. They needed a good comeback over. And Shahzad has been able to deliver.
Yeah, well, there was a storm earlier and then now it's a bit of calm because normally it's the other way around. It's a calm and then you have the storm, but Mohammad Shahzad batting up front really took the bowling apart. That's in the air, just chipping it. Man coming underneath. Not a great shot. And Asghar Afghan, the captain, doing the job in the end. Delport has to go back as well. They're losing their way here, losing wickets.
Trying to play too many big shots and against their best bowler as well. Another slower ball, another change of pace and another piece of deception from Syed Shahzad. Delport follows through with the shot, not able to make the requisite contact. Threw the shot way too early. The hand comes off the bat and he has plenty of time to get in a good position, does the captain, Afghan. And that's another important wicket and another one for Shahzad. Cameron Delport, disappointing. Gone for one, 43 for three. Callum McLeod gets an opportunity to come in at number 5 for the Paktia Panthers. Really hasn't had a good run in this tournament, been batting too deep in the order, but now he's got an opportunity and his 96th best of 104 not out. And he comes in with his team in a spot of bother. Cameron Delport threw the shot too early, deceived by the slower ball, and all he could do was spoon it up in the air, and Afghan made no mistake.
Yeah, totally deceived there because he was playing one-handed, didn't time it. Good catch by Afghan. He's a very good fielder as well. Would be disappointed the way he got out Delport for just one. They lost 3 wickets very quickly.
Not picked the slow ball. That's been the demise. Trying to play big shots. The pair of them trying to hit it down the ground and just not picking the change of pace. Karim Janat, this is the man Brendan McCullum flagged. One of the players of the tournament. He has had a very good time of it with bat and ball. And now he gets an opportunity to bowl the 5th over.
Too close to cut that one. He's got to be careful. He's got the ability to move the ball. Both ways, Karim Jannat. He's got some pace as well behind him. Uses his shoulders to very good effect. That one just coming in. Not much room there to cut that one.
No, too close to cut and a bit too quick on him as well. He really is a feisty customer. Someone that you can rely on, a go-to. You always need those in your team. And as mentioned, just hurries you. Hold on, he's just going to be military medium, but he whips it through at a fair click.
Alistair, one, the rhythm he generates, I think that was a good stop out of his well in. The rhythm he generates, and that's the reason, as you rightly mentioned, he can really surprise the batsman. Mixes it up very nicely with those slow deliveries. He's an intelligent customer. Also really full with the bat, Karim Jannat. Good stuff. That's exactly what they got to do. Keep the pressure going. Not give too many runs in the power play. They create the pressure by picking up 3 important wickets. 23 runs in the last 16 deliveries. But more importantly, they got those 3 big wickets under their belt.
Yeah, it's big for a side when you lose 3 wickets inside the power play. Takes some coming back from that. You need the middle order to play really well. As mentioned, Callum McLeod hasn't had much opportunity, and he gets a chance now with 15 overs and 1 ball remaining to really try and get a score under his belt. Just the 2 off the over so far. So a really good one from Karim Jannat, giving nothing away.
Really like the length he's bowling because he's just bowling around the off stump. The length as well, good length areas. He's targeting the right areas. Karim Jannat has been a very good over so far. Once again, very good delivery. .1 to end the 5th over. It's 45 for 3.
interesting innings so far from the Paktia Panthers. They got for a flyer thanks to Mohamed Shahzad, but subsequent to that they've lost their way just a little bit. And this is interesting now, still in the power play, and Karim Sadiq coming on. We've seen him on a couple of occasions in this tournament bowl the first or second over of the innings. Still operating in the power play. Back to his usual mode of operation, round the wicket. Charu Sharma alongside me. Good evening to you, Charu.
Hello, Brian. Good evening. It's pretty good weather in Sharjah now, particularly for the evening matches. The breeze of the afternoon has disappeared a bit. The air, one bounce to cover. And, I know you do a lot of hard work on the ground, so it's more pleasant for you, particularly.
Someone else doing a bit of hard work at the moment is Karim Sadiq. This is what he tends to do, particularly in the power play. He gets through his overs very quickly, so he hustles the batsman, but he just, from round the wicket, drills that ball in at a very full length. Very difficult for batsmen to get underneath him.
That's for sure, but I thought you were about to get on at me about him not being my favourite batsman in the league. He just sadly has unable to get any runs at all, and yet Hamid Hassan, our good friend, former Afghanistan captain, keeps saying, yeah, he's done well enough with the bat. When? Must be a long time back. A useful bowler, of course. If you've just joined the proceedings of the Gulbahar Afghanistan Premier League, powered by Fog a little late, he was also doing keeping duties earlier on.
In fact, he did both at one stage. Yeah. One match, he started off keeping. The captain said, do you fancy a bowl? On he came, got rid of Anton Devcic, then put the pads back on.
Which was strange. I think it was 1 wicket of 5 runs of that over. The least he could have deserved was another over. But this is a good start for him. Just the 1 run here. And it's 46 for 3 after 6.
Power play done and dusted. Paktia 46 for 3. Remember, they won the toss and decided to bat, and they rang the changes today, 4 of them in total. Kandahar unchanged. Plenty of cause for reflection so far in that Paktia room. And Karim Janat going to continue from the pavilion end. Outside the power play now, so the field is spread, long on, deep mid-wicket and deep square leg on the onside.
Well, Karim Jannat particularly, and Shahzad of course has picked up all the wickets, bowled really well. And this is the way to keep a good batting side quiet. Even as we say a good batting side, I mean, they did get last time, they were all out for 127. And yet Kandahar couldn't chase, they were left 9 runs short. So that was quite a miserable match, a forgettable match for both the teams. Although Paktia might remember only because they won. So good bowling so far, and even though the power play score of 14, not bad, but the 3 wickets that they've lost, Paktia, not good. Drifting down leg. Of course, to an extent it seemed needless. They kept misreading Shahzad's slow delivery and pulling out to front of the wicket. But, maybe that was a bit of a game plan to continue trying to get off to a good start. And by the way, in all of this, I'm reliably informed that Mr. Zaza here, has at 19 his highest T20 score. So what's he doing so far up the order?
Well, they've qualified for the semis. Why not ring the change? Look at different combinations. There's no reason why they shouldn't do that. Obviously, they feel they've got the strength in depth. Someone else an opportunity, and of course on top of that they're missing Sikandar Raza, who's been a top order stalwart for them in the tournament so far.
A well-deserved rest for him for sure, because he's done well, he's not here. Oh, another wide. Yeah, sorry, Brian, fill us in.
He's gone to Bangladesh. Of course, the first international of that series starts on Sunday.
Well, that's a big loss considering his contribution here, not just with the bat. Got a few big scores, also bowled a bit. Off spinners was pretty useful, and of course his presence in the field took plenty of terrific catches. Boundary line. So Sikuke Prasanna comes in instead of him, you're saying, all right, from Sri Lanka. I don't know, down leg for me. Oh, given! Big appeal by Karim Jannat, and the umpire thought about it for a while. Of course, the player did move sharply to the leg after the ball struck him. But we'll take a look at that again. Maybe Jannat was lucky, maybe it was a very good delivery.
Good break back by Karim Jannat. We'll have another look at it now. Ball hit the seam, back it comes, and that's absolutely dead. Dead in the water. I had to say, when I saw it live, I thought it was out, and that replay confirms it. Great decision.
Yep, good eyes, Brian, for sure. Of course, he moved very sharply away, which is an old ploy by most batsmen, but that would have hit middle of leg. So Fazal Zaza, his highest score in 90s, didn't last too long, though. 19 from 17, 48 now for 4.
Sami Shinwari, fair to say that for a player of his experience, he's had a rather underwhelming tournament thus far, but this is an opportunity for him now because he's coming in with 13 and a half overs still to go, and with a real repair job required for Paktia, because they are in serious trouble against a Kandahar side who are scrapping for their lives.
Well, good for Kandahar, that's for sure. They need to win this, and of course their last match as well. But they are on a minor winning spree. And there we are again, cut back very sharply. And yes, he was on the back foot. You might argue that it could have maybe hit legs to Karim. Was on the ground banging his hand saying, "Give it to me here." And the umpire finally relented. And look at that carry. Wow. Who would expect that kind of pace and carry from Karim Jannat? I think the point was being made earlier by Ajay and Alistair that he's not a big guy. But on occasion, he can really turn it up. Otherwise, of course, a very clever bowler.
Waspish pace, I think that's the best way to describe him. That was his 10th wicket of the tournament. There's only one match in this tournament where he hasn't taken a wicket, and that was the opening game that Kandahar played against Nangarhar. He's been Mr. Consistent with the ball.
Again, right on line. Well, he's about the best all-rounder we've seen here because he's also got a fair number of runs, well over 100, and of course all those wickets. So very valuable player. The brothers walking back. Not much discussion at this point of time. I suppose they must have discussed at home for years and years. Karim Jannat much younger, of course, than Asghar Afghan. So look at that then. 3 for 14, 2 for... and has given nothing away. Just one expensive outing. 2 for 45 it was earlier on. And Asghar Afghan took a nice catch earlier today.
Don't forget that 2 for 19 also featured 40 not out in 21 balls against Nangarhar.
Once again, no space given for any kind of shot. Of course, Samuel has only just walked in. So 7 gone, 48 for 4.
I'm a breakfast person. But what's important for you in a hotel? Location, cleanliness, or maybe the quality of your bed. Well, you're in luck because Trivago's got you covered. Trivago shows you the things you may care about in a hotel. Ratings for breakfast, location, and even cleanliness are calculated from more than 175 million reviews. That's just one more way Trivago helps you find your ideal hotel. Hotel Trivago.
Karim Jannat, outstanding stuff. 2 overs, 1 for 4. And you can see he's got his right elbow quite heavily taped. And this was after the last delivery. He's putting absolutely everything. And yes, I just felt that.
Well, it's been a long campaign, plenty of matches over the last 2 weeks or so. And I think both the captains at the toss were making a point of the fact that they've come back after a while and were enjoying the fact that they had a bit of rest.
There's Karim Janat. He'd certainly be in myteam11.com. You can go there and pick your wits, pick your sides, and win cash prizes. And yeah, he's certainly in my side, no question.
I was about to be a little cruel, Karim Sadiq, saying maybe he won't be in my side. But hey, he's bowled well, very cleverly. And not much spin for him, even though the pitch is affording a bit of turn and gripping, but he just darts it in. And every once in a while it works, and once in a while it doesn't. Because this time, Samiola saw there was pitched up, not much turn, went through with the shot, maybe a little wider than he'd intended, but a very handsome Spagiza. Lots of strength behind that.
Great fog boundary to bring up the half century. And a pretty good way to get off the mark, you have to say.
It was really hard and flat. A special shot, that six. He goes this time more agricultural. Gets away with it.
Change of angle there from Karim Sadiq. After the first ball was flayed over extra cover, deciding to go over the wicket. It's going to be fascinating to see what a par score is on this surface. We saw both sides struggle in the first match of the evening, and it's deja vu here.
McLeod going back to one that we thought he might have gone forward to, but he got his back down in time bat. It's a tough situation for the Bucks if they were needing a win. The truth is they don't quite need to, so they can take the pressure off and relax and enjoy themselves.
They thought about two there, only one in it. End of the over. Sami Shinwari keeps the strike, 58 for 4. Scratch on the screen. Waqar Salim Kale, wrist spinner, who's done such a fine job for Kandahar, particularly in the absence of Hamza Hotak, a left-arm spinner who's been out for a few matches now with a side strain. They're hoping to get him back, if not for tomorrow's match, then for the semi-finals if they qualify. But there he is in the bib, having a chat with Karim Janat. Big loss, the left-arm spinner.
Well, lefty orthodoxes are always of great use to any team because they're just so accurate. But I must say, it hasn't been bad at all with his lefty leg spins, of course. As a wrist spinner, every once in a while, you could have a problem with length, drop it a little short or even the full toss. And of course, lefty orthodox almost never make a mistake. They're so tight on their length. There we are. Not bad at all. 3 for 28 wickets in the tournament so far. Didn't play the one against Kabul. That has to count as a very, very good bowling performance. Hasn't given much away.
Single for Callum McLeod. McLeod, who made 324 runs at 27 with a strike rate of 122 for Derbyshire in the 2020 tournament in the UK this past Northern Summer. That included 104 in 61 balls against Northamptonshire. And so Sikoge Prasanna, we should know all about him. His teammate played for Northants.
Who went for the big cut, and luckily for him, no thin edge to the keeper. But of course, different conditions here in the Middle East for McLeod. Sikoge all set, along with Udana, his countrymate. So exchanging notes, no doubt. Again, too short, easily read, and played away on the back foot by Big Sami. He can also hit the ball a very long way. But as you say, maybe he's not 100% physically, because not playing for the national team can just make you take the foot off the gas a bit.
Yes, didn't play in the Asia Cup. Low full toss. McLeod enjoyed that. But All he can do is get the ball out to Najibullah at deep square leg.
Well, he looked up in a little bit of disgust. He should have taken heavier toll of that. Full toss went across and suspect got it either from the toe or just from not a sweet spot. So only a single. Oh, the wrong gun. Well played by Sami. Didn't try and hit that or get into trouble. So a pretty neat over. And just 5 from it. So 9 gone, 63. 4 runs are coming at a bit of a premium.
Rifled in by Karim Sadiq. The last 30 balls, and that includes, of course, a period within the power play, 19 runs only scored.
Just cannot find the timing. We'll have to compliment Sadiq for tricking the batsman, but that was short and wide, and really Samuel should have put it away somewhere for at least a single, if not a boundary. Misses out. Finally, the big heave-ho, and that's gone all the way into the stands, just waiting to happen. And we see our first, well, not our first, but a huge fog, Spagiza.
He's dealing in sixes at the moment, Sami Shinwari. It's his second 6 out of the 17 runs he's scored. He was waiting for that, it was right in the slot. Full swing of the bat, and bang. Spagiza.
The new box of balls has been brought in. I wonder why, because there was certainly within the confines of this stadium, perhaps the ball's out of shape, or has it? What's your thought? Oh, that's the wicket. Oh, and that just, for me, the excitement of the match ended right there.
Good catch by McCullum, and then a good catch as well by Asghar Afghan to get rid of Delport. That's the last wicket. Fazal Zazai, LBW to Karim Janat. Yeah, I think with the ball is that it was knocked into a part of the ground that no one's occupying at the moment. Someone's had to climb into that section, retrieve it. They've done so, and so we have got the original ball back.
Okay, that's $150 saved. Oh yeah, squeezes it between the two behind square on the off, and well, unless the die was put in, that was not going to be stopped. So Mr. Sadiq not well pleased.
Fire and ice from Sami Shinwari, the power down the ground, and then a little bit of finesse, just guiding that ball between short third man and backward point. That's a really nice shot. A little bit of to him by Karim Sadiq, and he took full advantage. And this outfield we've seen today has been lightning fast.
A similar shot, he'll get only a single because the sweeper can come around pretty quickly. And what a terrific match he's had, Syed Shirzad, who's out of the cover boundary right now. Fabulous bowler, without doubt. Such clever disguise, and of course pace. Such clever disguise, and of course pace. Bounce whatever he wishes. And to fall
Hope he can get some runs.
And the fact that you need a good start, whatever runs you're chasing, you need a decent start, makes a big difference. But coming out of the bowling as well, Ahmed, Karim, Jannat has been absolutely...
Paul Sterling is struggling.
Yeah. But today could be the day for him, isn't it?
Yeah, you never know. It's T20 cricket. Anything can happen. The best team of the tournament, they lost the game against Kandahar. Maybe... line in length from Naveed.
And as Hamid was mentioning, Sterling is struggling. Just 40 runs so far in the Gulbahar Afghanistan Premier League. And you are one of the main batsmen. A lot depends on you. So really not the kind of form you want to be in.
He's a very aggressive player. I know him for many years. We play each other many times. And he always gets runs against Afghan. He knows the bowler very well, especially the bowlers from Afghanistan or from UAE, because we play each around many matches in qualifiers and series. A wonderful line once again, right on target, no space, no room for the batsman to free his arms. Excellent bowling from Naveed.
Yeah, after departure of Zazai, the going hasn't been great here. Now 9 runs per over from here on, 159. Again a decent over. Really bowling well along with Karim Jannat. Makar chipping in some useful overs, 3 overs for Sadiq. He's done a good job as well for his captain. Really overall he's been absolutely brilliant, this man. Fantastic all-rounder. Not able to time it. 11 overs gone, 77 for 4. The current rate around 7, so 140. Can they get 9 runs per over from here on? 150 would be a bad score. 11 per over, just going out of the field at the moment. 11 per over from here on, 176. That's the man who's come in, Wahid Shafaq. Saw the previous game, Ahmed. 132 is what they got in the first innings. Makar, a very good bowler, 1 over, 5 runs for him, hasn't got a wicket so far. Coming on to Samiullah, well, he's a very decent bat as well. He's got some big runs at the domestic level, isn't it?
He's such a cricketer, Samiullah Shinwari. He done so well in Asia Cup, got a few good innings. And then back in domestic cricket, the ODI list A matches, he got 194 in one game, then a couple 50s. He's taking the same form he's delivering here, and he's in such a good form right now. And he's the man batsman right now for Paktia, and he have to take a charge. And they still got 9 overs left, and 6 wickets in hands.
I mean, I've seen him in the past as well. I think the key with him, Samiullah Shinwari, is he can change gears very quickly. Now here, he's got a start. He's got the initial 25 runs, which are important for a batsman. He's got to capitalize on that, because the onus will be on him now to bat till the 17th, 18th over.
Yeah, he's doing his right job. The only thing is he's waiting just for the bad delivery. And I think wicket is not look easy the way he wants to bat. And that's why he's struggling. It's better to take singles and rotate the strike, unless you do some dot balls. So single will be better right now. They still got plenty of overs. And if Sami clicks, there's a possibility to score 150 plus. Oh, that's a close one. Back himself.
Trying to sweep that one. Not a great connection. He's wearing his pace, Primakar. The way he's running in and the way he's delivering, you can make out he's in good rhythm. Decent over so far from him.
Very big talent, this young Waqar Ahmed. And he's showing his all abilities in the way he bowls. It's outstanding from last few matches. 80 for 4 after 12.
Afghan should be happy the way things have panned out for his side. 80 for 4 at this stage. Paktia Panthers after 12 overs. Having a chat. He knows the importance and the relevance of this game for his side. The Kandahar Knights. A lot of people who are following this back in Afghanistan as well. Out there in Shal. A lot of support for both the sides. Jannat once again absolutely fantastic. 2 overs, 4 runs. 1 wicket for him. That important wicket of Zazai. Getting him leg before. Not getting those big shots. It's been 15 deliveries where the last boundary came. The last 30 deliveries, 32 runs have come. But they haven't lost. That goes in favour of the Panthers.
Absolutely. If you see the wicket, the only thing is the ball is not coming proper on the bat, or maybe they're rushing too much. Samula want to hit hard, and that's why he's not connecting the ball. So you have to wait for the ball. Oh, that's a beautiful line in length. That's you have to ball, especially the batsman who already faced 20 balls, only 8 runs. Very well ball from Kareem.
I mean, tell us something about Kareem Jannat, because you know the more you see him, the more impressed you are as a batsman, as a bowler. The way he bowled in the last game as well, very impressive. Even Brendan McCullum had high praise for him in his chat with Brian just before the game. Tell us from where does he come, and how has he really come up as far as the domestic structure is concerned?
I think credit goes to his young elder brother Asghar Afghan. He pushed him to play cricket, and he accelerated. Actually performed really well last year in domestic. Got couple of hundreds in first class matches, plenty of wickets, and then he was a national team for 2 years. Then he was dropped it for just 1 tour only from Asia Cup. But right now he came back very strong, and he's a very hard working cricketer all the time, doing his fitness, working on his sprints and skills. And whenever I see him in the ground, he's just busy with training in gym. So this is the good sign of a good cricketer and good all-rounder. And he's one of the best, youngest all-rounder right now for Afghanistan.
Has he been a regular member of the national side?
Yeah, he was a regular member, and he's still in the peak. And anytime he can get a call, we'll be part of team. If selectors are here, they will be happy and impressed because the way he bowled. Oh, bad ball. Not this way. It's a beautiful shot from McLeod. Find the boundary. Finally, maximum for Saluriza.
Yeah, the line wasn't great because the fielder was inside the circle. So all he had to do was just get some bat to it. Exactly what he did. More of a chip shot over the short fine leg fielder. And the result going in his favour. 4, 1 bounce over the skirting. Done such a good job so far. Asghar Afghan just having a word with Kareem Jannat after that 4.
Attempt was good, but the line was, and that's why McLeod got the boundary. Another cut, faster one. Looks like another fog maximum Saluriza. Beautiful cut, a width from Kareem Jannat, and pays the price.
91 for 4. 91 for 4 after 13 overs. Last ball, previous over, that should have been stopped, although that was really well timed. Just cutting that one, using the pace of the bowler. Just going through the hands there. Towards the fence for a 4. So back-to-back boundaries once again. What a shot there. That's Samiullah for you. Fog maximum. Shpagiza. Great timing on that occasion.
What a shot, Samiullah. Pick up the link quickly and on a back foot. Punch it through the mid-wicket. Fog maximum, Shpagiza. Beautiful shot. Such a power behind. From this shot, you can see Samiullah delivering very well.
And that's the 50 partnership as well between the two. 50 of 41 deliveries. Exactly what the doctor ordered for the Panthers. 48 for 4 at one stage. They come back well. The contribution of Shinwari, 34. His partner, 16 of 16. Doing a decent job out here. They're reading Wakar pretty well. I mean, you played a lot with McLeod. Just tell us something about him as well.
A very handy cricketer for Scotland as an opener all the time. He batted, and here he's batting number 6. I think it's maybe a team call for him to be a number 6 or number 7. But he's a very handy cricketer and a good finisher. And we beat around many times. As I mentioned about Sterling, he's the same like most of the teams of associate countries like Scotland, Afghanistan. Afghanistan now full member, but we use a lot, especially in the qualification rounds for World Cup and also for the Tony World Cup. And this is his favorite shot, sweep. It's a good shot, looking for 2, comfortable 2 runs.
But how many times you have got him out? That's the key question.
To be honest, I don't remember, but the mostly I got most of them out. Paul Sterling, he was always like the player that I was attacking him in first 2 overs. Otherwise, if he's sticking the creep, there was a hitting only from him.
At the moment, this pair doing a very good job with the bat. 14 overs gone, 103 for 4. A very important game, this one. Match number 18 of the Gulbahar Afghanistan Premier League. Powered by Fog, Samiullah McLeod doing a very stitching a decent partnership. Bringing back Paktia Panthers into the game. At one stage they were just struggling, losing a few wickets very quickly. But this pair, they've done a good job. Going to be Shirzad once again, the strike bowler. 2 wickets for him already in his 2 overs. They need to break this partnership, and probably that's the reason he's been brought back.
Yeah, they have to break the partnership. The leading wicket taker is back. Syed Shirzad got also today, and the best thing about him is change of pace. Deceived the batsman. He done it again. A well played from batsman picked it and took a single. Right now, they should take a charge now because they have still 6 wickets in hands, and they might looking at least to get 50 or 60 runs in the last 6 overs.
You're right, Hamid, because if they bat sensibly from here on, they still have some batting left. They can breathe at 160, 165. That should be a decent score. Pressure will be on the Knights when they come on to bat, because for them it's going to be a must-win game. If they have to stay in contention, they got to win this one, and also the game tomorrow. So the pressure is altogether different. Goes for the big one. What a strike. Picks up the length, Samiullah. Is looking great touch. Fog maximum. Shpagiza once from him. 306 of the Afghanistan Premier League coming from his blade. But what a shot.
You beauty, power of Shinwari. He showed flat. Big six from Sami Shinwari, one of the striking bowler for Kandahar Knights. And Sami is showing his brilliant form right now, 40 of 27 deliveries. And this man is not gonna stop. Shinwari.
7 sixes and 6-4 so far in the score of 110. So they hit more sixes. 40 of 27. He's a danger man at the moment for the Knights. Trying to cut that one, getting that added bounce. Good line as well, that natural angle. Great hit by the left arm seamer Shirzad.
That's a quick one. A very brilliant comeback from Syed Shirzad. Nip it and swing away from right-hander. And a good carry to a keeper. On Sharjah, you cannot see many balls like this to carry to the batsman.
And after the delivery, he would have changed the field as well, because he knew that had he got some bat to it, would have raced to the fence. The fielder at short third man, now moving back. Good delivery. Good comeback there from Shirzad.
Brilliant comeback from Syed Shirzad. Checking him because the field was changed. Sami, his best area is mid-wicket and mid-on. That's why captain will be happy to change the field. Took the third man back, fine legs up, and Syed Shirzad have to ball with a plank in line and length. So he get back very well, got 2 balls and gave only 1 runs.
Yeah, with this partnership blossoming, Afghan would be a touch worried, because he knows they don't want to chase too many runs. 160, 170, you never know. Batting really sensibly. This is what you call calculated stuff here. They're getting those 4s or 6s, rotating the strike as well. Mentioned earlier, probably the reason that they brought Shahzad back into the attack, looking for a wicket. Prasanna is padded up playing today. Sikandar Raza is doing the national duty now.
It's a big loss for Paktia that Sikandar is back, but they still have a very good indecent side. Another beautiful ball from Syed Shirzad.
But nicely dealt as well. 15 gone, it's 1-1-3 for 4.
Terrific partnership this between Sami Shinwari and Callum McLeod. 65 they've added from the depths of the 8 for 4. Paktia now in a pretty strong position, you'd have to say. What can Salim Kale to try and help the cause for Kandahar? Long overdue runs for Sami Shinwari. He's been quiet in the tournament. Waka Salim Kale in his last over. Slog sweep from McLeod, and it's gone all the... Spagiza. It's his first 6, and Paktia now have their foot on the accelerator. Alistair Campbell alongside me. Good evening, Alistair.
Evening, Brian. Evening, everybody. Yeah, this is solid. You knew straight away. It's that sound off the bat, that crack, and you know that's somewhere near the middle of the bat, and it's somewhere near the mid-stand as well. Excellent shot to catch up to run a ball. 29 of 29 now. Sami Shinwari's been good. 43 of 31. 10 and over from here. Gets him round about 165. You'd have to think on that surface. Well, that'll be half decent. Oh, I tell you what, that's close. He had to put in Shinwari. He thought about coming back for 2. He was sent back. Turned. A bit like the QE2, you'd have to say, in mid-ocean. And, well, just made it back in the end. A better throw might have seen him short.
Let's have a look at the bowling still to come. Wakar is going to be the first bowler to have completed his bell. And we've got 4 bowlers, each with an over left. Oh yes, another fog boundary. 2 sixes in the over for McLeod, and he really is going nicely now. This is the opportunity that he needed. He'd faced only 9 balls in the tournament up to this innings. He'd been starved of a chance in the middle. He's taking it now.
Yeah, it's another clean strike, really is. Waits for it nicely, picks his gap perfectly. Didn't try and hit it too hard, that's the secret. Relied more on getting the right contact and backed his power. Excellent stroke.
He's gone right across his stumps, looking for the sweep shot. Good work from Karim Janat. Oh, he's unlucky. He'd made a lot of ground there to get across, but in the end, he couldn't prevent the ball going into the boundary. Very expensive over, 19 runs from it. McLeod moves to 40, and Paktia moved to 132 for 4. This was so cruel on Karim Janat, that last ball of the over. It was well struck, the sweep shot from Callum McLeod. Done the hard work, made the stop. Then I think he actually kicked the ball onto the rope as he tried to get to his feet.
Yeah, he just got all tangled up there. Got the hand to the ball, but then pushed it onto his thigh, then kicked it onto the rope in the end. Right, so Saeed Shahzad going to bowl his last over, and that'll be the 17th, so not saving him to the end. Ashgar Afghan can generate a bit of pace. I tell you what, he's become renowned in the tournament for his change of pace for the slower ball, but when he wants to crank it up and hit the deck hard, he really can.
Well, we know what he's capable of in terms of his change of pace and his slower ball, but that was a seriously quick delivery. Ricky Vessels is in his back, and he took that still rising. What a good stand this has been. 84 now in 58 balls for the 5th wicket. Flogged through extra cover for 4 more. That was brutal from Sami Shinwari.
I don't think there's been a ball hit competition that's gone for 4 along the ground. He absolutely bludgeoned this down the ground. Short arm jab and cracked it through the gap between cover and extra cover. Oh, must have taken not more than 2 seconds, 3 seconds to get there.
Well, there's been pace on for the first 2 deliveries of this over from Saeed Shahzad. What's the betting that it's going to be pace off for this one? This is comfortably, you know, Alistair, the best 5th wicket partnership in the entire tournament. Previous best was an unbeaten 64 by Hashmatullah Shahidi and Shafiqullah. That was way back on the 2nd evening. These two now 89. Captain's got a bit more of a smile on his face than was the case when his side was 48 for 4.
It's up in the air. It's the slower ball. Has he deceived another batsman? Yeah, he has. Afghan makes no mistake. Another terrific piece of bowling from Shahzad. And a big partnership has been broken.
McLeod furious. Fine piece of bowling, though. He saw the width and went after it and straight away realised that he'd been done like a dinner. And the captain doesn't drop those. Success again for Shahzad. It's the story of the tournament, really. McLeod out for a really well played 40. And Paktia Panthers 137 for 5. Leg spinning all-rounder, Sikuge Prasanna making his tournament debut in the Gulbahar Afghanistan Premier League, powered by Fog. He's at the non-striker's end. The batsman crossed while that ball was in the air. An edge for 4, a little bit of width. And that's a half century for Sami Shinwari, his first of the tournament. Just 36 balls, 3 4s, 4 6s, and what a crucial hand, because he's put Paktia in a very strong position.
Yeah, he came in a very precarious situation. He's managed to turn the tide. It was a slower ball, but the width on offer was the key for him to be able to steer it past the man up inside the circle. Just the 36 balls. It's taken Sami Shinwari.
He's put Paktia in a very strong position.
In a very precarious situation. He's managed to turn the tide. It was a slow ball, but the width on offer was the key for him to be able to steer it past the man up inside the circle. Just the 36 balls. It's taken Sami Shinwari. Now he can really launch at the end, try and get 170, 175. They get there, they'll be very happy with what they've achieved on this surface.
He keeps the strike, end of the over, 3 to come, 142 for 5. Great hand this by Shinwari. Strike rate of 146 runs per 100 balls. And Karim Janat is going to bowl over number 18. As we mentioned at the beginning of the previous over, 4 bowlers with 1 over left. Karim Janat is one of them. And look at those outstanding figures again. He really has been terrific. Not only tonight, but throughout this tournament with the ball.
He's played really well, Samiola Shinwari. He's been really powerful when he's taken on the boundary. Tell you what, it's very rare that when he attacks it that it doesn't go the distance. Such a strong lad, and it's been a very good hand. Coming in a very tricky situation. He's navigated those waters really well. Now, an opportunity at the end here to really kick on. Square of the wicket, mainly. It's his strong area, Samuel Shinwari.
Interesting, not a single run backward of square on the onside. It's unusual. Difficult for Sikuge Prasanna to come in now. The back end of the innings. Hasn't played any competitive cricket since second half of August, when he was playing for Northamptonshire in the T20 competition over in the United Kingdom. Played 13 matches there, actually, and picked up 9 wickets with his leg breaks. And he's off the mark. I suspect he'll have a much bigger part to play with the ball than the bat this evening.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it goes on this wicket. It's very conducive to taking a bit of turn. We've seen that in today's play so far. You could forget Case Ahmed in the previous game. Really gave it some air and turned it considerably. He's lining it up, isn't he? Just adjusted there, happy with the single, but he was ready to clear that front foot and swing for the road.
But again, you have to say, Alistair, what a terrific over this has been. 5 balls, just 3 singles. This is over number 18 in the innings. Once again, Karim Jan playing a blinder.
Yeah, so far so good. How many times in the tournament though have we said after 5 balls it's been a good over, in the last one, disaster strikes. Can he keep it together? Can he get the ball in the right area? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Karim Janat has just bowled a sentinel over and caps it off with a wicket. Just the 3 runs from the over, and then knocks over the off stump of Prasanna. Excellent delivery.
Gosh, that made a sickening sound on the stump, didn't it? Knocked it out of the ground with plenty to spare. Have a look at this. Just beat Prasanna for pace, really. He was looking for the pull shot. The ball was too full for that shot in any case. And Karim Janat finishes with 2 for 18. Prasanna, a brief debut innings for him, out for 1. Paktia 145 for 6. Tahir Adil coming in. Tahir Adil Khan. An opportunity for him. Again, testing the best bench strength, Paktia. Shinwari looking for the big shot away on the onside. Little inside edge onto the pad.
Yeah, I don't know what type of shot that was from Prasanna. It was too full to be trying to play a pull shot, and he missed it by over went the castle. Really, really good spell that from Karim Janat, and his tournament just keeps accelerating. Can he do enough though to get his team over the line? Can they do enough as a team to win the next 2 games? They're certainly going to make a fist of it.
Decent way to get off the mark, heaving away into the onside. Just a single for Tahir Adil. It's actually his first run in 2020 cricket.
Right, so it rests with Samayula, you'd have to think, in these last few overs. 57 or 40. If they're going to get up to that 170, he needs a few big blows. Quite capable. We've seen it already tonight. Can he deliver at the back end? At the moment, just able to find the fielders. What an over there was from Karim Janat. Wicket 3 runs. And this over, not a boundary yet either, just the 3 runs as well.
What sort of score is this, Alistair, do you think?
Well, judging by the last game, I think it's a decent score, though I do think 160 is probably par. So that's what they'll be aiming for, and I think that big time gives Kandahar a chance. But if they have a few more of those, they might get to that 170, which is going to be very difficult for the Kandahar Knights to chase. Full toss and deposited in the stands.
Welcome to the Gulbahar Afghanistan Premier League. Tahir Adil, 1x. It's a wonderful pickup shot. It was a low full toss, but he got it absolutely out of the screws and threatened the security guard there. Brings up the 150. 8 balls remaining in the innings. Cute. Well fielded, Waka Salim Kale. Short, fine leg. This is a very nice little cameo from Adil.
Yeah, he was down quickly, playing the little sweep shot. Just not able to get it fine enough. Oh no, so 1 ball remaining. 10 off the over so far. A boundary here will make it a very good one for the Panthers. Yeah, that's gone. That has gone over extra cover for another Spagiza. What a strike that is. 16 from the over. 19 bowled, 161 for 6.
Well, this is Sami Shinwari's 101st match in 2020 cricket, and this is now his best score, eclipsing his previous best of 61. It's only his 4th half-century. This really has been a terrific, his 5th 6 there, to go with 3 4s. 1 over left. There's confirmation of Shinwari's career best. Last over then, to be bowled by Karim Sadiq.
This is such a tough ask for a spinner. Really have I seen it work. The spinner comes on and is able to restrict run flow, particularly in the last over of an innings. He's got to be spot on. The margin for error is so slim. There we go. It's smashed down the ground. Has he got enough on it? No. But they'll be able to scamper back for 2, or will they? What a return that is from the outfield. A great gather by Ricky Vessels. And I tell you what, he's walking. Excellent stuff from Nasir Jamal. He picked it up, he got it in, and it was empty of the stumps. And all Ricky Vessels had to do was gather cleanly and take the bails off. Great piece of work.
Fantastic throw. The third umpire just making sure. But there's no doubt there. It was a miscue from Sami Shinwari. And Shinwari's innings comes to an end. Fine innings nonetheless. A best effort from him. Out for 65. Paktia 163 for 7. Isuru Adana is the Newman, and this is why he's here. What a fantastic piece of fielding that is by Nasser Jamal. Great gather as well by Ricky Vessels. And even the dive of Shinwari wasn't enough.
Gee whiz, he's bowling a great lost over. Just when I said he's going to struggle, he's got it up in the block hole. Difficult to hit. Down the ground. It's straight to the fielder as well. So just another single. So just the 4 off the over. Would you believe it? Of the first 4 deliveries. Outstanding stuff from Kareem Sadiq.
And again, remember Udana made 23 against Kandahar in their narrow victory earlier in the tournament.
This could be a match-winning over. Outstanding stuff from Kareem Sadiq. It's a full toss, but it's not going to cost anything more than a single. They're going to come back for 2. But I think... oh, no, he makes it. A poor throw on this occasion from the outfield. So a brace to win the innings. 6 off the last over. Take a bow, Kareem Sadiq. Well bowled, son. At the end of 20 overs, 167 for 7 will be the score achieved by the Paktia Panthers.
So that means 168 is what Kandahar will require to maintain their position in the tournament. It's a must-win game for the Knights, and now they know what they have to do to achieve that victory. Well, I'm sure they'll reflect on the fact that it's a case of might have been. 48 for 4 they had Paktia at one stage, but then to round between Sami Shinwari and Callum McLeod hauled the Panthers back into proceedings. Last 5 overs, 54 runs.